If you are a teacher, I can definitely say that you must be finding the same trouble with the terms Bloom's taxonomy, which I was finding around 25 years back when I stepped in this uh, profession. Bloom's taxonomy was a nightmare for me whenever any senior, any trainer, any of my coach, any of my mentor, he made me a question. Can you tell me the different stages of Bloom's taxonomy? And I was, oh, it's really very difficult. Now, when I understood it, when I went through this concept, I found it's not as difficult as I had assumed because um, if you once understand it and if you once teach or coach or guide or mentor your juniors or any of your fellows, definitely you can grasp it. So today I'll be doing with you Bloom's taxonomy, the model of Bloom's taxonomy, the pyramid of learning objectives, which was given by Sir Benjamin Bloom. Who was Sir Benjamin Bloom? He was an educational psychologist, and in 1956 he gave us a theory which was about a model, you can say, that was to classify learning objectives with appropriate verbs. Now I'll be giving you a quick lesson on that. First of all, let me write the term Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, what is taxonomy? Taxonomy is actually classification. What is classification? You know, making hierarchy, different categories or grouping of any concept, right? So now this was a model of learning objectives. What was it? Bloom's taxonomy is a model of learning objectives. If you are an education student or a teacher, you must be familiar with learning objectives. If not, I'll be explaining you. And what was there? He classified learning objectives with appropriate verb. Classifying with appropriate verbs. Now, what is the problem when we are making a question to a student? We generally say, okay, beta, what's your name? In which class do you read? What do you like to eat? A young toddler when he enters the school. And next, we are not able to make the question. In the same way, when we are teaching, we have a flat level of teaching. I'll explain you later. We don't go to that level where the learning outcomes, they are maximized. They are at their climax. So, Sir Benjamin Bloom first time gave this theory, which has been revised many times. Let me tell you, it was given in 1956 and its last revision, like which I'll be discussing with you, that had been made in 2001, and this concept till to date is among the best of the description of learning objectives. How can you set a pyramid of learning objectives? How can you classify them? How can you grasp them? How can you make a good question bank which can evaluate the learning of your student, right? Okay. As we all know, that was a pyramid. So let me make my pyramid. Okay. Now what I'll be doing? I'll be doing from bottom to the top. How shall I go? From bottom to the top. Why? Because learning is least at the bottom and learning is most when I'll be moving forward to the top. The first level of you can say in Bloom's taxonomy, that is of gaining knowledge, that is of remembering the things, that is of remembrance. So the step one here, okay, suppose this is our pyramid, as we always have a pyramid like this. If I am not a good drawing master, apology for that. Anyways, this is a pyramid, and the step 1, the bottom is, what's here? You will remember the concept. Okay, what is to remember? To memorize, to learn something by heart, to make it a part of your memory, to make a permanent part of your memory, that is to remember, isn't it? Now, Sir Benjamin Bloom says that this is the step 1 of learning, the bottom level of learning, of understanding, of knowledge, that you simply remember the things. You have just learned the things. Now, two more things I'll do. Side by side, here I'll be talking to you that what verbs we can apply for verbs. The verbs we can apply level wise. And on the other side, what I'll be doing you, I'll be giving you, say, the minor explanation of it. Okay? Alright. So, remembrance. What is remembrance? That you recall the concept. You recall the concept. How? For example, a child of, say, Montessori, you give him a concept of addition. You lay down a few pencils in front of him. You say, beta, let's we have a countdown. Then you pick them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you are telling him? That this is a countdown of the pens, and how we are making him learn that if I have one article in my hand, I'll say I have one pen, I'll have two pens, I'll have three pens. So this is memorizing the concept, and this concept will go in the remembrance. And what word? Here I told you I'll be making your list of verbs side by side. So which verbs I can use for this concept? What the child has done, here the verb line is coming. What the child has done, here I'll draw the line just to make the stages clear. Okay. Alright. Which verbs he can use or she can use? The verbs he or she will be using. Recognize. Can you recognize alphabet A? Or can you learn? Or can you memorize like this? So these are the verbs you can use at stage 1, the step 1, as per Bloom's taxonomy of learning objectives. Remember the things. Sir Benjamin Bloom says that a learner through a teaching say device or method or teaching strategy, what does he do? First of all, he remembers the things. And when he remembers the thing, actually he is recalling, he is recollecting them, like adding up to his knowledge. That is the step 1. Okay. Okay. Now what at step 2? A little higher he goes, and what does he do? He understands. Now what does he do? Understand. Remember, and here will come understand. Now what is understanding? Now suppose I gave you the example of a little child. What is his understanding? That this is called addition, what I am doing, and what in addition I can do? I can add up the materials which are lying around me. Getting it? Now what he is doing, what the child is doing, he is learning the things initially, just remembering them, now understanding them, a little higher order. Now in understanding, what he will do, he will be explaining the concepts, isn't it? Now how can he explain the concept? He will be, sorry, I need to go with the blue here, explain the concept. Now how will he explain the concept? Suppose, again the same example, the child learning addition, what he will do, he will be discussing with us, ma'am, today I got 5 new pencils. Mom bought me 2 new pair of shoes. So now he knows that this is 1 and this is 2. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So he has started understanding that how can I make the list of the things, how can I do it. Now which verbs we can use for it? He can discuss. Can he discuss now? Yes. He can explain, or he may say describe. Yes, describe may be the word for it. So now this is the list of verbs. This was for remembrance. A few. There are so many more, but just few examples I am giving. And now this was the step 2 at the understanding level, and here he can now discuss with you. He may explain his concept and he may describe the things. Okay. Suppose he has learned the color names. Red, green, blue, orange, black. What he'll do? Oh, this is a red flower, he'll say. Oh, this is a blue sky. Oh, this is a red marker. So, what is this? He is now able to talk to you. He's explaining his likings, dislikings, his ideas, his concept, because now he's at the level of understanding. 2 levels. Okay. Moving forward. Again, Sir Bloom says that now if he has understood this much, where he will go, he will be able to apply his concept. Apply. Now, what is the application? You all know well, and I also know well. How can we apply the concept? Now, I am being independent in doing, I have understood the concept, and I apply it in my day-to-day life. I have learned counting till 5. I am a toddler. And now if I go home, I tell Mama, Mom, there are 4 chairs in my room. There is 1 bed in my room. There are 2 sofas lying in the drawing room. So what he is doing? He is applying the concept which he has learned in the classroom. So in application, what Sir says, what our psychologist says, educational psychologist Sir Bloom says he is using the information in a new situation. He is applying the information in new situation. What he is doing? Using info in new situation. Am I getting clear to you if the concept is going fine? It's a little complicated, but it's not difficult to understand. Just make up your mind, okay? Now, what the child has done till now, first he remembered, we gave him a recognition, he did it. Then he understood, then he used his brain in it. After understanding, now he used the information in a new situation. Now, what should be the verbs which we can use for it? Yes. Now, what he may do, you can say he can now execute what has been done till now, or he may implement, he may execute, or he may implement what he has learned, or if he is doing mathematics, he may solve, or in sciences, or he may making of mind. He may make his mind that how can he do the countdown outside the book. Okay, now one thing. Till this level, we are saying that student has done what? He has done core thinking skills. Till now, very important. Till here, his learning has been at the level of core thinking skills. Is it clear? What are core thinking skills? The minimum level of understanding as a human, the minimum level, core. Like we have the core of the earth, there are 4 layers, and core is the one which is lying down inside, all pressurized and under a lot more heat and pressure. Core, the basic. Here he has learned the basic concept till now. Now this is the time when he will become, like next stages will be the ones where his learning will become more applicable, more evaluative, more judgmental and more creative. Right? Okay. Moving forward. Now the next step is from application where to go. You can even also think about. Till now, we have done the application of the concept. We have applied, first we recognized, then we understood, then we applied it. Now, after application, what we will be doing, we will be making the analysis of it. He is going to or she is going to now analyze it. Analyze. Now, what is to analyze? You know, teacher told me that 1, 2, and 3 is a number. Different things are there, I can count them down. Teacher told me that they can be applied in other places as well. Like I count down the chairs in my room, I count down my animal toys, I counted down my household toys, likewise plants in my lawn, flowers on the on any single plant, likewise. Now, is it applicable all around as well? I'm going to make an analysis as a student. Where I start the analysis, there my high order thinking skills they start. Be clear. Till now we were doing core thinking skills, and now onwards there come high order thinking skills. Now in high order thinking skills we have entered. Analysis we are doing. Analysis of the knowledge which we have grasped. Now what should be the words for it? What should be the verbs for it? I can experiment. One thing. I may experiment. Experiment. I may compare. Comparison between two things. I may contrast, or I may analyze. So, what is this all? What is this all? This is the startup of my high order thinking skills, and I have started doing the analysis of the things where I'll be able to draw connection between different ideas. Draw connection between ideas. Got it? Different concepts are in my mind. Addition is there, multiplication is there, subtraction is there, division is there. Same is going on in my life. I bought 4 chicks, the small chickens. One of them died. How many are left with me? Again, there is not always the addition. There is subtraction also. My sister also bought 2. How many in total? Again, addition is also there. Out of the 5, 1 died at night. How many are left? Again, subtraction is there. Life is not going a straight way. Life is always having a zigzag way. Upside down and downside up. Anything may happen. So we have to see everything. So here he is connecting between ideas. His high order thinking has started, and he is at the stage 4, that is of analyzing the thing, that is of analysis. Now the next stage, a very crucial one, same we have to go for the learning objective also. The teacher needs to evaluate as well. Here your exam and your evaluation start. Everything we gave him, he has come to the level of analysis. He is analyzing it. He is making different themes and concepts interlinked, and he is understanding them thoroughly. Now, is he able to evaluate? Is he able to evaluate or not? This is our next task to be done, and which verbs we will be using for it. You may say he will be able to defend his thoughts or his ideas. He will be able to make a just judgment. he can judge, he may justify his statement. Are you getting me? Justification. I say 3 plus 2 is 5. How I'll be able to justify my words? I say present indefinite tense carries does and do as helping verb. How can I confirm it? How can I justify it? How can I prove it? Now in high order thinking I am there. I need to do this, right? So what I'll be able to do, I'll be able to give my answer supported by some justification or some proof. I need to prove that I am right. Why? I have understood the concept. I have applied the concept. I made the combination of different ideas and I again proved it. I did some experiment here and now I do justify my statement with my experiment. Bring the child from the bottom to the top if you are a good teacher. This is actually what we need to do out of it, right? Okay, moving forward. Now, with evaluation, what else do we need to do? You must be able to justify, or appraise. What is appraisal? I am going to make a judgment that this child is, say, starter. This one is the mover and this is the flyer. How? How did I make a judgment? I need to make an appraisal on it. I need to justify it. Okay. Last but not the least, as always, if we have done all these steps with some student, where should we reach? We need to reach to the place where we may make new theories like Benjamin Bloom did. We must be able to create. Till that time creation is not done, your learning objectives have not been fully done. Till that time, what is not done? What is not done? Till that time, you are not able to create. Your learning remains lower in the order. Got it? Now, in create, which verbs we can do? We may have a creative writing, so we will say, sorry, black pen I'll use for it. We may say write. Write does not mean that I copy, I write by my own self. I write a poem, I write a story, I write something. Okay, what I can create? I can make a new formula. What can I create? I can create a new invention. Invent. Formulate, sorry, not formula. I may invent. I may discover. I may make. Because I am at the level of creation. So, what is creation? Creation is actually construction or development. Develop or construct a new product. Novelty is the spice of life. You need to develop something. Till the time you have not developed, your learning phase remains at the lower level. It's not there, right? Okay. So, after making this learning objectives pyramid as per Sir Bloom's theory, let me tell you. In 1956, when he made this theory, creation was here and after creation was evaluation. But in later the discoveries or later researches, it has been evaluated and it has been made confirm that creation is even at the higher order level of learning rather than evaluation. We may evaluate the thing, but if we want to create, we have to go even at the upper level. So this is all about the pyramid of Bloom's taxonomy, which I made for you and I tried that you understand. Now with one example. Okay, since my subject is linguistics, I'll go with this with the example of English language. Okay, let's we talk about present indefinite tense. Suppose what the student is going to do in the learning of present indefinite tense, what he will remember. First, he will remember, teacher will tell the rules and he or she will learn it. Now understand, with the rules that these are say present definite tense rules, that there will be first form of verb and there will be the s plus v1 plus object and helping verb will be used. What he will do, he will be understanding that if a sentence is having say v1 plus his helping verb is do or does, so what he will say, he will think about, yes, this is what, this is his present indefinite. And now example I am giving you, I'll write here present indefinite tense. With example, I am just explaining you once again. Alright. Now he has explained the concept, he has understood the concept. Next, what he is going to do, he is going to apply it on. Where he will be applying this concept, how he will be applying this concept. Suppose teacher has given him a sentence, say the sentence is she ate an orange and teacher says now convert it into present indefinite. So what he will do, it should not be ate because this is the V2. What she'll do, eats. She eats an orange and now this much is done. So the application has started, that is you can say changing into present indefinite tense. Clear? Okay. Now, what can be the analysis? Here the student can make, okay, if there is V2, it's past indefinite, and if there is V1 plus S or ES, so this is present indefinite. So now here he is able to understand at the level of analyzing the things, comparative study he can do. After analysis, what let's we say, comparing with other tenses. Okay. Now, justify. The question is in the same reference. Suppose we give him the question, why V1 and S or ES is being used when it is present indefinite. So the justification will be why, and he has to make a thorough study of different tenses and then he has to make an evaluative report for it, that yes, it always carries this. Why it always carries this? Because it has been set as a grammatical rule for it, which can be proven with different examples. So here the evaluation is done. Last, create. Now as a teacher, suppose if I was doing this, I give him a question, okay, write a story in present indefinite tense. Write a story in present indefinite tense. Now what he will do, suppose Ali is a boy, he wakes up early in the morning, offers his prayers and gets ready to go to school. He can tell a story of his day, of his evening, of his night, of anything, but he will remain confined between the given lines. How he is able to write that? Because he has remembered, he has understood, he has applied, he has made the analysis of it, he has evaluated it, and finally he is able to create it. So what are learning objectives? By the end of the lesson, what I'll be able to do? By the end of the lesson, what my student will be able to do? By the end of the lesson, what my group would have done by the completion of the lesson, how much my students will be able to perform in their evaluative assessments. This is what we do. And if you have made this analysis before planning your lesson, definitely your lesson is going to be awesome. So this is all about Bloom's taxonomy.